Howell. I am the owner of the local State Farm Insurance Agency here in Waxhaw, North Carolina. I actually opened my insurance agency of May of 2015, but have been with State Farm since September of 2009. So basically my entire adult career. And so to kind of take you back to where it all started, I went to school at Canisius College, which is a small Jesuit school up in Buffalo, New York. And I originally went there to become an athletic trainer until I quickly realized that blood and needles are not my thing. And so I switched over to marketing and then ended up getting my master's degree in business administration. And so while I was getting my bachelor's degree, I had to have an internship in order to graduate. And I think this was a great procedure for the school because it made me realize, like, I'm going to get a look into real life and what do I really want to do? Because at that point, I was a senior and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I grew up with a dad that owned his own business. So I saw kind of what that looked like growing up, but I knew I didn't want to do what he did, which was own a collision shop. And so I ended up at a local State Farm agent's office as an intern and kind of learned the background of like what insurance can do for people. And also my role there was to how can we market this agency to bring more customers in. And that's the part that I really, really enjoyed. And so fast forward, did my internship, got offered a full-time position while I was getting my master's degree there. So I stayed with the company and then realized after I graduated with my master's that I wanted to get out of New York. So I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, worked for an insurance agent there for State Farm, realized I don't love Atlanta, Georgia either. So I ended up in Charlotte, North Carolina, where my best friend lived, and worked for one of the top State Farm insurance agents in the state and learned so much information. And I think the reason why I stuck with State Farm for so long is because it just embodied everything I believed in. It has a community aspect to it. We were constantly volunteering. State Farm Corporate was giving money to so many fundraisers and organizations. And I just love that aspect of it. And also just being able to help educate customers on what insurance really can do for them. I mean, it's everything from obviously being having the right protection in case you do get in a bad car accident or your house catches on fire or something like that happens. But also I was able to help people plan for retirement, protected their lives through life insurance, and unfortunately had to, pay out death claims when something happened. But being able to be there for the customer, that is my absolute favorite part because they hope they never need you, right? And I hope they never need me too. But my customers need me all the time, and I want to be that person that they can rely on when something bad happens to them. And so I spend my day teaching my team and, hoping that they embody that vision of we're here to help life go right. We want it to be a positive outcome when something devastating happens. And that can happen when somebody has the right insurance coverages. And so I think that is one of the main reasons why I love State Farm. We have so many products to offer. I can really help a customer in multiple parts of their life. And it's really neat to see somebody that was just a kid on their parents' insurance policy to then getting their own house and then getting married, and how can I help them at that point too. And then the other aspect of State Farm that I love, and kind of just owning a business in general, is the flexibility that comes with it. I knew working for somebody else was not going to work for me because I didn't want to be on their schedule and I didn't want to be making them money. I wanted to have the flexibility to do what I want when I want, and to have untapped potential to earn however much money I want to earn. And so being in a sales position, you have that ability. And so I as an owner of this insurance agency, I have 5 employees. I try to give them as much flexibility as they need because they're very loyal to me and they help me out when I really need it. They kind of help me run the agency. And so to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like, I went out on maternity leave when I was having my daughter, December of 2019, and they ran the agency while I was on maternity leave from basically the end of November through March, and then COVID hit. And so then we were working from home, and I had to bring my daughter with me to work when we did end up going back to the office. And so I had the flexibility to bring my child to work with me. And she grew up that first year with a relationship with my employees, which I absolutely loved. And so I was able to leave when I needed to leave. Me and my husband are able to take vacations to go see my family in New York when we want to because I have the employees at my agency. And so the flexibility is a really big part. And I want to have that flexibility for when my kids get older. I want to be able to be there for, all their accomplishments and awards and, go to eat lunch with them at school and be there for their sporting events. Whatever they decide to do, I want to be able to be a cheerleader for them along the way. And working for somebody else just wasn't going to accomplish that for me. And so I think, with insurance, it's all about a sale. It's all about sales at the end of the day. And so with sales, there's always trips that you're trying to earn or goals you're trying to hit. And I think one of the biggest things that I love about State Farm is if you do the right thing by your customer and you protect them properly, you are going to get acknowledged for that. And you're going to get awarded for those customers that you protected. And so with State Farm, there's a trip that you can earn every year. And in addition to the trip, there's some additional meetings that you can get invited to. So I think the big things that I love about State Farm is I always have these goals in front of me and in front of my team that we're always looking to hit. And when we earn these trips, we celebrate as a team. My team, they earn their own kind of smaller trips by doing it that I pay for. And then I get to go on trips with other State Farm agents that earned it. And so in the first 3 years of my career, I actually qualified as the top 2% of State Farm agents in the country, which is out of 19,000 people. And I got invited to go to a meeting with it ended up being about 800 people is what it turned out to be, and learn from the top people in the industry. And so that's probably the highlight of my career is just being able to always learn from somebody else. And so I think if you are ever unsure of what you want to do, and I think most high school students, they have no idea what they want to do when they grow up, or they have an idea of what they want to do, but they're not 100% positive. Just keep an open mind because, again, never in a million years would I think that I would be an insurance agent and absolutely loving it. It has given my family the flexibility, the income to do what we want, and just I am able to help my employees reach their goals and watch them grow and succeed. And so I'm able to not only be that salesperson, but I'm also that business owner. And I think you have to work really hard. Sometimes I think there's a stigma that things just get handed to people. And a lot of times it doesn't. You have to work really hard. I was working 8:30 to 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night the first 2 or 3 years of my career because I had to. I had something to prove to not only myself, but to others. And in order to get to that top 2% of the company, I wasn't going to do it sitting at home at 5 o'clock. I was doing it, working late and building those relationships with referral sources to build my career. And I just think that you have to keep an open mind and you have to work really hard, and you will be rewarded for all that work that you put into something. I don't honestly think I would change anything about my path to insurance. I think the only thing I may change, if I were to change anything, is to learn from those that know more than me quicker. Sometimes I realize I want to try to do it all myself and I want to figure it out myself, but asking for help is so much better because you get to learn that information so much quicker and how to apply it to your business. And I hope this was so helpful, and maybe one day you'll become an insurance agent too.